Welcome to Mystery Connections, the channel that dives deep into the unexplored depths of history, unearthing the hidden, forgotten, and the mysterious. Today, we bring you a tale that's been buried under the ice and snow of the majestic Himalayas, a story of espionage, danger, and a forgotten device from the height of the Cold War. This is no ordinary tale, and we're no ordinary channel. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey through time and across continents. We're going to take you to a place where few have dared to venture, the unforgiving peaks of Mount Nanda Devi. So sit back, relax, and let the mystery unfold. Welcome to Mystery Connections, where history comes alive. The screen fades out, setting the stage for the fascinating tale that is about to unravel. What if I told you a nuclear device is lost in the Himalayas? Sounds unbelievable, right? It's a tale that seems to be ripped straight from the pages of a spy novel, yet it's grounded in our very own reality. Let's set the stage. It's the height of the Cold War, the mid-20th century. The world is caught in the grip of a tense standoff between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. Fear and suspicion are the orders of the day. It's a time of espionage, secret operations, and covert missions. The Central Intelligence Agency, or the CIA as we know it, is at the forefront of this clandestine world. In its bid to keep a watchful eye on the activities of its adversaries, the CIA hatches a plan. It's bold, it's audacious, and it's daring. The target? The People's Republic of China, a close ally of the Soviet Union looming large in the east. The CIA's plan is to install a nuclear-powered listening device on Mount Nanda Devi, the second highest mountain in India and a strategic point overlooking China. The idea is to monitor radio signals and gather valuable intelligence. Quite an ingenious plan, wouldn't you say? A team of Indian and American climbers, handpicked for this high-stakes mission, is assembled. Their task is to scale the formidable heights of Nanda Devi, braving the harsh and unpredictable weather, and install the nuclear device. But as they say, even the best-laid plans can go awry. The team sets out, armed with the nuclear device and steely determination. They begin their ascent, unaware of the trials that lie ahead. The Himalayas, majestic and awe-inspiring, hold many secrets within their snowy peaks. They're a world unto themselves, a world that's as unpredictable as it is beautiful. The journey proves to be more challenging than anticipated. The team, however, faced an unexpected challenge, a severe snowstorm. The wrath of nature is unleashed upon them, forcing them to retreat and abandon their mission, leaving behind the nuclear device. Unbeknownst to them, they've just set the stage for one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the Cold War era. Faced with the brutal force of nature, the team had to make a tough decision. The formidable might of the mountain was unleashed as a terrible snowstorm descended upon them. The team, composed of elite climbers and seasoned specialists, were no strangers to the perils of high-altitude missions. But this was different. This was Mount Nanda Devi, the second highest mountain in India, known for its treacherous terrain and unpredictable weather. In the face of this white fury, the mission to install a nuclear device turned from an operation to a struggle for survival. Their initial determination was smothered by the relentless snowfall. The icy winds howled around them, blinding their vision and freezing their resolve. The mountain, it seemed, was not ready to bear the burden of their clandestine operation. They were left with no choice but to retreat, to seek refuge from the storm's wrath. But what about the device? The nuclear-powered spying equipment they had carried all the way up the mountain. With a heavy heart, they decided to leave it behind, hidden and secured, with the intent to return and retrieve it once the storm subsided. The device was, after all, not just a piece of hardware. It was a crucial pawn in the grand chessboard of the Cold War, a silent watcher in the snowy heights, designed to keep an eye on the movements of the Chinese. Months passed as the team waited for the storm to relent, for the mountain to become hospitable again. As the snow melted and the skies cleared, they embarked on their journey back to the device. But the mountain had a different story to tell. The landscape had changed, molded by the storm. and the device was nowhere to be found. When they returned months later, the device seemed to have vanished into thin air. It was like the mountain had swallowed it, hiding it within its snowy folds, masking it under a blanket of white. The device they had left behind had become the Cold War's forgotten secret, a ghostly presence on the slopes of Mount Nanda Devi. A nuclear device, lost in the heart of the Himalayas. It sounds like a plot straight out of a thriller novel, doesn't it? After the unsuccessful mission and the wrath of the snowstorm, the team made subsequent attempts to locate the lost nuclear device. They were met with the sheer vastness and inclement weather of the Himalayas. Despite their best efforts, the device remained elusive. It seemed as though the mountain had swallowed it whole, keeping its secrets locked away. There have been many theories about what could have happened to the device. One such speculation suggests that the device could have been buried under layers of snow and ice, invisible to the naked eye and unreachable by the most advanced technology of the time. Others have considered the possibility that the device could have been carried away by glaciers or avalanches, its current location anyone's guess. A more chilling theory posits that the device could have been discovered by someone else, perhaps a mountaineer or a local resident unaware of its destructive potential. The consequences of such a scenario are too dreadful to contemplate. There are also whispers about a cover-up, a deliberate attempt by authorities to suppress information about the device's recovery. The Cold War era was a time of secrets and subterfuge after all, but the most likely scenario, supported by many experts, is that the device remains where it was left, buried under the snow, its location masked by the ever-changing landscape of the Himalayan peaks. The device would be in a dormant state, its destructive power held in check by the sub-zero temperatures. Yet, the question lingers. What if the device is still active? What if, under certain conditions, it could still be triggered? The mere thought sends chills down our spines. The mystery of the lost nuclear device has become a part of the lore of Mount Nanda Devi. Its tale is whispered in hushed tones among the locals and debated by historians and scientists alike. And so, a potentially active nuclear device remains hidden somewhere on Mount Nanda Devi. But the tale of the lost device isn't just a thrilling mystery, it's also a potential environmental disaster. The device, abandoned in the harsh terrains of Mount Nanda Devi, is not just a relic of a bygone era, but a potential ticking time bomb. The nuclear-powered device, designed to endure the harshest of conditions, has been lying dormant for more than half a century. But what if it's not as dormant as we think? Consider this. The device is believed to be powered by plutonium-238, a radioactive isotope. Over time, it's possible that the containment of the plutonium could degrade, resulting in the release of radioactive materials into the environment. This could lead to disastrous levels of radiation in the surrounding area, a silent but deadly contamination that could go undetected for years. And let's not forget the location of the device. Mount Nanda Devi is not some isolated peak in the middle of nowhere. It's part of a vibrant ecosystem, home to a myriad of plant and animal species. The potential for radiation to infiltrate this delicate balance of life is a grave concern. The effects of radiation on wildlife are well documented: mutations, reduced fertility, and even death. The potential impact on this mountain ecosystem could be catastrophic, but the risk extends beyond just the wildlife. The foothills of the mountain are home to local communities who rely on the mountain for their livelihoods. The potential for radiation to contaminate water sources and agricultural land is a terrifying prospect. The health implications for these communities could be severe, with the risk of radiation sickness, cancer, and other health issues looming large. To make matters worse, the potential for the radioactive materials to spread beyond the immediate vicinity of the mountain is a real possibility. With the mountain's snow and ice melting due to global warming, the risks of radioactive materials being carried downstream into larger water systems is increasing. The fear of a ticking environmental time bomb has reignited the search for the lost device. The stakes are high and the race is on to locate and safely remove the device before it's too late. For the sake of the mountain, its wildlife, and the people who call it home, we can only hope the search is successful. The search for the lost device is more than just a quest to solve a decades-old mystery. It's a race against time, a pursuit for truth, and an endeavor to safeguard our environment. In the recent years, the efforts to locate the lost device have been rekindled. Teams of experts from around the world, armed with cutting-edge technology, have embarked on this daunting journey. But the path is far from easy. The harsh weather conditions, the treacherous terrains of the Nanda Devi, and the uncertainty of the device's exact location all add to the enormous challenges faced by these brave souls. Additionally, the device, if still functional, poses a significant threat. It's not just about finding a lost artifact, but about neutralizing a potential hazard. The presence of a nuclear device in such a sensitive ecosystem could have catastrophic effects. It's a ticking time bomb hidden somewhere under the snow. However, this isn't just about the potential environmental disaster. The retrieval of the device would also have a profound impact on our historical understanding. It would bring closure to one of the most intriguing episodes of the Cold War, shedding light on the lengths nations were willing to go in their quest for supremacy. It would be a tangible testament to the high-stakes game of espionage and power play that once dominated the world stage. Yet despite the risks and challenges, the search continues. For every failure, every setback only fuels the determination of these individuals. They know that their mission isn't just about finding a relic from the past. It's about understanding our history, protecting our environment, and ensuring a safer future. As we continue to search for answers, the story of the lost nuclear device on Mount Nanda Devi remains a chilling reminder of the shadowy games played during the Cold War.